My filming experience is definitely different from before.
It's not just about getting the job done, but it's also a risk every time we're on set.
On my second project, I contracted the virus.
Top priority talagang safety, and as it should be.
There's a collective effort also to keep each other safe.
Definitely the main difference shooting or filming during pandemic is the 12-hour rule. It's a huge deal because we are required to shoot a very specific number of sequences, diba? And when there are safety officers who are really strict, everyone is on their toes regarding safety, face masks and face shields and swab tests.
Before pandemic, we had a series that's ready to be shot. Pero the pandemic happened, so we had to limit the running time dahil of course you have to allot some budget for COVID expenses. So dahil doon nakaltas yung overall budget namin. And because of that, kailangan din namin i-limit yung running time ng product namin. So from a series, naging film na lang siya. Dahil din sa pandemic, we had to limit our locations. So from a multi-location series, naging one location film siya.
But nowadays, dahil sa pandemic na to, naka-lock in na lang, which is also a good thing dahil syempre na-ensure yung safety ng isa't isa. You could keep an eye on each other and alam nyo nasa isang lugar lang kayo. So alam nyo na walang mga external na problema na panggagalingan.
We also need to work with a lot of government agencies, whereas before, kailangan mo lang kumuha ng shooting permit. Ngayon, you need to coordinate with the LGUs, the barangay, the municipality, the province itself para makapasok. And you need to coordinate with the DOLE because they are going to check if you are doing the safe filming practices.
Ang makeup and costume, malaki din ang nagbago. You're encouraged to put your own makeup. Tapos kung sakali sa hair ka na lang tutulungan. But as much as possible kasi they're trying to minimize the contact between the makeup artist or the hairstylist with the artist. And then pag pupunta ka naman sa location, ganun din. You are assigned to a particular service. The less contact, the better.
There was one very big scene where a lot of artists had to be in one space. We were very mindful of our masks, our distance. But there will always be that someone who will maybe forget or maybe have too much fun when everyone has their mask on already. Maybe that person forgot to put their mask on and that person got shouted at by our safety officer. Because there have been many occurrences when that person would forget. It is a stern but loving warning, and we are reminded again that we're doing this for the safety of everyone on set.
Iba pa pag nasa set na kailangan na naka-mask everyday, disposable yung mask, kailangan palitan. Every time may contact, meaning lalo na sa stunts pag may fight, as much as possible, iniiwasan namin yung mga contact, pero spray talaga lahat ng alcohol every after. Monitoring kami everyday sa temperature at saka sa mga symptoms. As a stunt coordinator, fight director, never naman kami nagsawang magpaalala dun sa team.
May nagawa na akong live na online na streaming, may mga music videos, may teleserye, may short film, may indie film, may major film. Nagawa ko yun sa mga projects ko. At yung ginagawa ko na safety officer, I try to tailor my safety protocols to the nature of the project.
It's called Tenement 66. It was supposed to have adolescent protagonists whose ages are supposed to be around 10 to 13 years old. But because of the pandemic, we had to make their ages around 16, 17. And by the end of it, Tenement 66 became this really totally different project.
I learned that some of our actors and extras are came from another shoot. So wala silang quarantine period. So of course, after you went out, after your shoot, you need to quarantine yourself, no? Just to prove that you don't have the virus. But I learned na nag-segue yung artista from one project to another. Because of that, ang nangyari, when he was tested, he doesn't know that he carries the virus. So, incubation period pa lang yung virus. So when he went into our bubble, he infected us. I contracted the virus back then, and I was really trying to follow the protocols. As in, naka-mask ka all day, you have the face shield, you wash your hands all the time. But still, I contracted the virus.
Aside from the goal, again, that we set out to do with every production, I feel like the team knows that they have a responsibility to ensure the safety of every single person on set. And to an extent, the safety of their families, because they come home to their families eventually.
Our industry has become more aware of the importance of life. I think parang yung best practices na nadulot ng pandemic is everyone became more disciplined in terms of how we manage our sets, how we become more responsible as people and as film workers also.
But one thing I do love about this is we are coming together as a community. We are coming together as an industry. And we are coming together as fellow Filipinos who are not only enjoying doing what we love to do, but also, I think, nagka-thrive tayo.
Easier said than done, and I know that I have to uphold that responsibility as well, but I hope that everyone commits to this collective endeavor and responsibility as well.
I guess dun mo rin makikita kung mahal mo talaga yung craft mo. Kasi sabay-sabay kayong nagtsatsaga, sabay-sabay kayong nagtitiis, sabay-sabay kayong, it's really a group and communal effort to go for that goal of producing that film.
The more that these rules are enacted, the safer you feel, the better performance, a better performance will eventually come out.
I just really hope that we can end this pandemic somehow, and we can be on our feet again normally.
Kung gusto nating ipagpatuloy itong ginagawa natin, mabigyan ang maraming tao ng mas marami pang trabaho to provide for their livelihoods, and kung gusto pa natin magkwento at gumawa ng mga pelikula at ng mga palabas, we should really take this thing seriously, and we should really take these safety protocols seriously.
Hi, ako po si Angeli Bayani, isa po akong actress at ito po ang aking kwentong safety.
Hi, ako po si Ray Red, isang director, at ito po ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako si Erwin Tagle, isang stunt coordinator, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako si Gail Osorio, isang producer, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.
Ito po si Pinky Amador, isang actress, producer at direktor, at ito po ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako po si Christian Bautista, isang singer at aktor, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako si Elijah Canlas, isang aktor, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.
Hello po, ako po si Jamie Wilson, isang actor at isang safety officer, at ito po ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako po si Tate Lamore, cinematographer, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako si Ero Francisco, isang production designer, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.
Ako si Gabby Padilla, isang aktres, at ito ang aking kwentong safety.